All right. We are live, man. Let's see if we can get some folk in. Let's see who's tapping in. We're gonna start when we get a couple viewers in the chat. Let me see. And, yeah, all right. We on YouTube. We are live. All right, we got four in the chat. All right, bet, man. Appreciate you, everybody who's watching tonight. We got a special guest on. We're talking to a college player tonight. You know what I'm saying? Goes by the name of Juice Martin. And without further ado, man, we're gonna bring him on and let the young man let y'all know what he's about. What's going on, brother?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Sure, man. Hey, man, the floor is yours, man. Let people know who you are and let them know what you're about.
My name is Jarvis. Javaris Martin. Everybody call me Juice. If you know me in football, they call me Juice. I play DB. I play defensive back number 3 at Division II college at in Salisbury, North Carolina, called Catawba College.
For sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. So, what I'm saying, I got to ask you, man, first and foremost, why did they call you Juice?
uh, okay, so I'm a JUCO product. I went to the College of San Mateo. Go Bulldogs. Uh, During COVID, all we was doing was practicing, and we saw a video and it was Devontae Adams, and Devontae Adams in the video said, "Bring your own juice." So I took it literal. Like everybody else was getting tired of practicing, and I was just like, if it wasn't for my coach and a couple of the guys on the team that I worked out with, like even after practice and putting extra hours, like that name would have sparked or whatever. So that day I caught a pick. I had like a good like maybe 4 or 5 tackles, maybe like 2 tackles for loss and a sack. And then ever since then, that's when Juice came alive. And ever since then, every school I went to or every single time a football was in my hand, everybody know me as Juice. So yeah, that's how it came about.
Now, for sure, I tapped into your fan, brother. You know what I'm saying? You could play. Obviously, I've seen you at coach school practice. You know what I'm saying? Very technical assassin on the field, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know what I'm saying? You got the name from hearing Devontae Adams, but you got the juice on the field, man. Where did the love from the game come from?
Ooh, the love of the game. I'm not gonna lie, it's too many parts, but I would have to say when I was 6 years old. When I was 6 years old, I was playing for a rec league called the team called the Titans. This might be weird, but I remember I got knocked down so hard. I just remember my coach getting it like telling me like, "Hey, you all right?" Or he asked me, "Hey, you good?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, and he just like, "You want to do it again?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I remember since that day, I told my mom and my dad, I was like, "Man, I love this. Like, can we keep on doing it?" My dad was like, "Yeah." So ever since then, I've been playing football since I was 6 years old. So that was probably my that was the time I knew, oh, I love this. I love this sport. I loved everything about it. So yeah, ever since then, like I just love football ever since.
It had to be what is the Oklahoma drill or this Bull in the Ring?
It was, I think it was Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. I had the ball. I was running it. Dude, straight up just hit me. I laid out, and that's when I was like, yeah, I like this or whatever. And it kind of turned my little football crazy on a little bit.
That's crazy. So first was that your first sport, or did you like tap into like martial arts,
No,
karate?
my very first sport was soccer, but I was tackling people in soccer because I thought it was football when I was 4. So my dad was like, "We need to get him in football." So ever since then, that's when football came about. It was really my dad's idea to put me in football. So so ever since we stopped playing soccer, I played soccer for 1 season. That was the last season I ever played soccer. 2 years later, I started playing football, and then every year we found a team. Hey, come on, like this team, they want to see you run, and then ever since then, it's been football, football, football. Now, like throughout school and stuff, I most definitely ran track. In high school, I ran track and I wrestled on the side too. And like, I'm not gonna lie, wrestling was also a sport that really taught me discipline.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't have discipline as an athlete, man, I'm not gonna lie, you're not gonna go too far. Like and I have to tell this story
Nah,
because I
go
want
ahead, brother. Go
viewers
ahead.
to know this. So I was in middle school. Middle school, that's when I started wrestling. I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't no bad kid, but I most definitely act out this one time, and I was in the wrong. My coach at the time, Coach Tracy, and I have to thank him till this day. He
Yeah.
was an officer that taught it. That was our coach for wrestling. I like till this day, like wherever he's at, like I wish I had a contact with him. I want to say thank you for this one time. I act out. I was losing in a wrestling match, and I lost my temper, and I punched the kid. I was completely wrong for it. He was just beating me, and I got mad and stormed out. He went right behind me, put me in the locker room, and he set me straight. He said, "If you ever like disrespect your parents' last name, your
Mm.
parents, and myself ever again," he said, "I'll make sure you never wrestle ever again." He said, "You don't ever let another kid or another man take you out your character ever again." So ever since then, that's when I knew, all right, I need to straighten up for real. And then especially like the importance of a man being in your life, that really taught me like my father was always in my life, but even another man with authority and he know how to use it, that is really important. Like for myself, most definitely, that was really important in my life. So I really have to thank him to this day about that.
Most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? It takes a village. For the viewers who just not tapping in, this is Juice Martin. Juice Martin. You know what I'm saying? Brother that's bestowed a lot of game, a lot of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? A JUCO product. I'm sorry, not JUCO product. D2 athlete. So I'm saying let's elaborate more on wrestling. You know what I mean? How did that change your mentality? Also, this discipline, did that change your mentality even more? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause most people don't know wrestling is a grueling sport. I'm saying on the
Hmm.
cardio, you know what I'm saying, on weight cuts, you know what I'm saying? So talk about it.
Now, my dad never let me do the weight cuts part because he
Okay.
was like, "Hey, you're a growing boy, so I don't want you doing weight cuts." But wrestling helped me out so much, like tying into football. I was always the small kid, the little kid. Like I was too small to do this. I was too small to do that. I heard that all my life. Like I still hear it. I'm too short to do this. Like, but to this day, like if I didn't wrestle, I probably wouldn't be as aggressive as I am when it comes to tackling or not being afraid to like put my foot down and be the leader I am till this day for my teammates or even for my household, for my brothers, my like even for my mom, even though my mom is most definitely above me. But there's sometimes as a man I gotta do certain things and it's not pretty. But wrestling really taught me that like, oh nah, like you gotta do this, this, and this for you to turn out like this. And my coach didn't tolerate no BS. Like if you in ISS, if you in the principal's office, oh nah, you gotta do our workout, and then you gotta do punishment on top of that. Because wrestling, boxing, UFC workouts, those workouts were the craziest workouts I ever did in my life. But when I tell you that molded me so much into the football player I am, the athlete I am, and the man I am, like I I just have to say I'm just so grateful to like be able to wrestle for them 4 years I did wrestle.
100%, 100%. And you're from Macon, right?
Macon, Georgia, yes sir.
How did the city of Macon also shape you into the man that you are today?
Man, Macon is like, how can I say it? Macon is kind of small, so it's like all the big schools they pass straight through us. They go everywhere else but Macon. But sometimes we do have some Macon products. They'll come out, but I felt like them like the schools that I wanted, they missed me, so it put a bigger chip on my shoulder. I already had a chip on my shoulder. Now it's a boulder at this point because it's like, man. At first, I was looking at, man, I'm better than this kid. I'm better than this kid. But at the same time, it's like I also had to check myself, and my dad had to check me for it too. Like we call it pocket watching. You can't be pocket watching. What's for you is what's for you. What God has for you is what God has for you. So that's why my dad had to check me for that. So ever since then, I was like, all right, cool. And then going along in my senior year, I had no offers. I had no offers. Then I picked up some late ones from NAIAs. Then I committed to an NAIA school and they pulled out last second. Still to this day, I don't know why. And then that's when my 707 coach helped me get my JUCO offer. And then my JUCO, College of San Mateo in San Mateo, California, they gave me the opportunity that I had. And ever since that seed was planted, I just took off because all I knew my senior year during the summer, I wanted to continue my football career because that's what I see myself doing for a very long time. So like ever since then, ever like Macon really put a chip on my shoulder because I was unknown. Nobody knew my name. Nobody even knew my government name unless I went to school with you. And and like the other kids that were getting all the attention and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I could do that. But instead of I could do that, I was like, all right, bet. Since they're getting this type of attention from UGA or Kentucky, that means I need to do this twice as better than this guy or whatever. So every day, like I was training. My dad bought a treadmill and I ran 2 miles every day after practice. Like
Yeah,
uh, I my dad had to beg me to stop using the ladder one time in our old house. I would be in the front yard of this on the side, and I would use the ladder every day, every day, every day. And he had to beg me to stop because I kept on messing up the grass. But but that just showed like this is what I want to do. Like this is what I love. It loves me back, and I'm going to do whatever I got to do to make sure I make it, no matter what. So ever since I knew that about myself, I knew nothing else could stop me. Like you literally have to tell me no like 12 times and I'm still going to get a yes that 13th time maybe or that 14th time. So yeah, it was like that's how I was made in the city of Macon.
no, I mean, I asked you, you know what I'm saying, because, everybody knows in Macon it's not the safest place, you know what I'm saying, so you battle against the statistics there, and then also, you know what I'm saying, coming out of high school, well, not be going into your senior year with no offers, and it's a slim percentage, so going from D2 to the league, so you're saying, do you ever think about this, like, I'm, I fought against these low statistics, and I'm still where I am, you know what I'm saying, at D2 level, you know what I'm saying, does that cross your mind every so often?
It'll cross my mind here and there, but at the same time, it's like it got to the point where I had to grow and I had to know like God has something for me. In my opinion, football is still working out and God is still working his blessings every day. Since I went to a JUCO first, as y'all know, the JUCO rule came out.
Right.
I have another year to play, so because at first I declared for the draft, but I pulled my name out the draft, and I'm coming back to my school, Catawba College. But then also, I also found out I had another year. So I'm talking to the people. I'm like, how I have another year? They said that my clock don't end until fall of 2025, and that was before the JUCO rule got established. So I found out I had that year, and then the JUCO rule officially got established, saying that everybody that went JUCO, they all have another year. So come to find out, I have 2 more years left, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going back to school, and I'm going to go get my master's because I literally just got done with my bachelor's in sociology.
Okay. So how was that before you go into the master's thing, you know, so when you were at a JUCO level, what challenges did you face? You know, so obviously being your first time away from home out there in, you know what I'm saying, California. So how did you navigate that? You know, it's a lot of things being thrown at a young man who's going out west away from home for the first time, you know, saying the JUCO scene. So how did you navigate that?
I had to use my village most definitely.
Yeah.
My coaches were very, 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 very helpful. And then of course, who everybody I lived with, because in California we don't have dorms, so we have
Mm-hmm.
to find our way of living and stuff like that. Like y'all seen Last Chance U, like they
Yeah.
were for real about that. We don't have no dorms. Then also me being a Georgia boy in the Bay, So that's Northern Cal. Every day I was told how different I was, how different I talk, how different I walk. And then also like I it was embarrassing at one point, but I could gladly say this now because now I know a lot more. I didn't know football how I thought I knew it. Coming out of Macon, Georgia, all I knew was see ball, get ball, make sure he gets down, don't let this receiver catch it. Now it's a lot more into that game, and I didn't play a lot my freshman year because of that. All I played was special teams. I didn't know what I was doing. I still had the same mindset in high school coming to college, and you're not gonna get far if you don't know what you're supposed to do. Then I was also a freshman where I was scared to ask questions. Like, let that be a lesson for all the viewers. Ask questions. You can't do everything alone. If you can, I commend you for it. God bless you. But there's some things that you don't know, and you got to sit there and ask for extra hours. I know there's at least one or two teammates that's willing to help you. I was scared to ask because I didn't want people knowing that I didn't know. I was playing nervous. So like the people around you that told me a lot, and they helped me a lot for the people that did help me. So yeah, like navigating around, I really had to use my roommates for that, and I really appreciate my roommates and my coaches for helping me navigate my way around as a young Georgia boy coming to a whole new state on a whole different side of the country.
Did y'all click at all? You know what I'm saying? I know you came from, you know what I'm saying, you was different, but did y'all click? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, most definitely. Like if you can't click with your teammates, then you a bad teammate. Like or whatever. Like now I do. It was one time I swore this dude didn't like me though. It was my big brother. We call him Crazy Kill. Crazy Kill played nickel, and my coach introduced us. He said, "Hey, this is." They called me Georgia at the time. I didn't have juice yet. I wasn't juice yet, so they called
Yeah.
me Georgia. Hey, this is Georgia. He's coming to play nickel. So and he said, "Here, you're gonna be with a kill." I said, "Hey, how you doing?" I went to shake his hand. He looked me up and down. He walked away, and I was like, "Dang!" So another one of my teammates was like, "Man, he's like that. Like you just gotta. He just like that, man. I don't know." But he kind of taught me a lesson. After the season, he pulled me aside. He said, "You know why I did that?" I was like, "Nah." And me being me, I was like, "Man, I don't even care or whatever," because I was so mad. He was like, "Nah." He said, "Let me tell you something." He said, "You always gotta keep your competitive edge." He said, "They're bringing people in to replace you, so you can't forget that." He said, "That's exactly why I did that, and I won." He said, "So now since you know that, now you know here you could do it to the next guy, or you could still be that nice kid or whatever." He said, "Ain't nothing wrong with being nice, but just know that guy's coming in to come play just like you or whatever." So he said, "Don't you ever forget that." And then he left to go to his D1, and that's one thing I would never forget from him.
Nah, that's big, man. Just like so what's the day to day like? Obviously we seen last year as you, but from your experience, I said, what's the day to day life like? Practice like what's the day to day practice like?
So in JUCO, we would get up. We would get up and we had to commute. So we had to commute almost an hour every day. Uh, we'll commute an hour every day. Got to be there by 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock we'll have study hall in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then at 9 o'clock we have weights. After weights we have classes and stuff like that. Then we'll have defensive meetings. Then we have position meetings. And after that, that's when we go to practice. And we practice our tails off. If anybody knows CSM, we didn't play with nothing. If you play, restart practice. Like how Nick Saban was in Alabama, that's exactly how we were. So yeah, like that. Oh, you think that you're gonna come in here and do? Oh nah, And then we held everybody accountable. The coaches were holding people accountable, and they showed us, all right, now the players got to hold each other accountable and stuff like that. So So them days they were brutal, but the games were way too easy because how brutal practice was. So I can't complain about it, to be honest. I was so used to working hard, so it was like, oh, okay, like this is just another day, and I love doing this because at one point people were telling me that I wasn't even good enough to play college ball.
That's true. You definitely got some folk that give false narratives. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, your process and how much you believe in yourself. But during your time there, did y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all contend for a championship? Obviously, y'all worked hard enough to do so.
Oh yeah, we went 2019 to 2020 season. We was the number 2 team in California. We went to the state championship, but we sadly lost against Riverside. But we went all the way undefeated. Like we went straight 13 and 1.
Easy. Easy. So, you know what I'm saying, from California, obviously, you know what I'm saying, well-rounded brother. Where you're at now, going to your 5th year, you know what I'm saying? Just talk about it and also give game to the viewers, man. So how important is it, and why did you decide to pursue your masters?
Man, I hate to say this, but I gotta say it. Football is not gonna be forever. You're I heard a lady tell me one time, you're one injury away. You're one crazy injury away from your career being over. Knock on
Right.
wood. But
Absolutely.
that's being realistic. I am one injury away. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna ball out as long as I can. But when I was younger, I was like somebody could talk to me about a backup plan. I was like, nah, don't talk to me about it. I'm going to the league. Now, being older, seeing some of my old teammates, like they're not in the league. They're working 9 to 5s. Not saying there's nothing wrong with working 9 to 5s or whatever, because you have to do something.
Right.
But that dream could die that quick, and then even the people that I was in the league telling me like, nah, this cutthroat. So I had the opportunity to go back, and I most definitely did. I came back because like I said, I did declare for the draft because I thought this was my last year. Come to find out, I have more years, so I took my name out the draft, and I'm going back to school. Probably the best decision I have made this year for right now. This year, so and with that, I'm going to pursue exercise science, and because all the time, almost every week of practice this past season, my coaches always asked me, you don't want to coach? And I was like, at first I was like, coach, nah, I don't know. And then they were like, man, you literally teach all the freshmen what to do, and you know how to do it, and they listen to you. You
Right.
might as well be a coach. Like, would you GA for us? And I was like GA, like how I do that? I remember my weight training coach. He told me, he said, man, GAs, we have an exercise science program for 12 months, so you could GA for 12. You could GA right here. Like, everybody already know you. Everybody in the city know you. You know this coaching staff, and you know this defense. So why not? So talking to them more and more, that made me want to be like, hey, like, I know I'm not done with the game. Maybe I should coach. And then I came back to school. I came back on break one time, and I was talking to some of the kids that went to my old school that they're in right now. They were telling me like they're looking for a trainer. Like, how you met me, I'm in Atlanta with it.
Right.
There's not a lot of trainers in Macon, Georgia. I could only count maybe like one trainer like for my position. And a lot of the kids were like, now, like, either they can't afford them, or maybe like whatever the case may be. And then I'm connected with the kids because I went to school with them. Like, hey, do you ever train anybody? I was like, I have before, but like I took it serious like in the moment, but I never thought about doing it seriously. And one kid kept on asking me, can you please train me? Please train me. I'll talk to my mom for you. And then
Right.
that's how it kind of like got started. Like, maybe I should be a coach or a trainer or something. So I saw my opportunity to do it, to go back to school and pursue an exercise science. I was like, oh yeah, I got to do it now. This might be my calling. and I never even know.
So like, so how much weight are you putting on? Is it 50-50 right now? 50-50, you know what I'm saying? Coaching and training, and the other 50 pursuing your ultimate dream, playing in the league.
To be honest, it's more it's more 95-5 right now for I want to go to the league so bad, and I
Yeah,
know I can do it.
yeah,
I just need I just need maybe I need a couple more things on my film, maybe, and then like maybe I need to run the 40 quicker or something. Like I don't know. I am willing to learn and willing to know what I have to do to make sure I take that next step and I go and I pursue my dreams. Now I will always have that goal first, that dream. That's my dream job. I will always have that first, but I won't ignore the training or the coaching aspect either, because that's what I'm clearly in school for too. So, so yeah, like I'm most definitely going to pursue both, but my option A, my plan A will always be go to the league first.
100%. 95-5. You know, people say, man, I don't believe in the plan B thing, you know, because that takes away from plan A. This, you know what I'm saying? Does that cross your mind?
It did when I was younger. Now, no. I say keep going till the wheels fall off. My wheels, they ain't rusty, so I'm
Yeah,
keep on going. It ain't no reason to keep on checking on my wheels and nothing.
100%. What's the process like of, you know what I'm saying, put your name in the draft, and who do you got to talk to clarify it, and who do you got to talk to set up a pro day? Just give the people insight into that process.
So from what I've learned, I didn't have an agent. Like I go to a small D2, so it was harder for me to like find my way around. But I was literally learning on my way throughout the whole process, which was only like a month maybe. But I have learned that your agent should tell you if it's a good idea or not, or you're just strictly out of years of eligibility. So that was my thing. I was out of eligibility at the
Right.
time. Um, then you have to go to a school within 60 miles of you. So I would have had to do my pro day at UNC Charlotte. So and also while I was learning at UNC Charlotte, they were saying like now they got a little stricter. Scouts have to ask about you for by name. Like if it's not 3 to 5 of them, you can't participate in the pro day. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of worried because I was like, oh man, I don't even know if scouts even know my name or whatever.
Right.
So, but the good part about all this was I got invited to 2 All-Star games, and I was gonna go compete in those.
Yeah.
So, but of course, before the All-Star games happened, I found out I had 2 years. I was like, man, now I know the steps of taking
Right.
to enter my name in the draft. Now I know. All right, cool. I can go back to school. I could go pursue my master's, and then build my film up for 2 more years worth, or even 1 more year. Depend. Like it really don't matter. It's probably gonna be 2 more years, more than likely. And yeah, like, and now I have that in the back of my head, learning that okay, I need X, Y, and Z to make sure I could be as successful as I can be. So, so that was a blessing and a curse, because especially how I felt about the situation and stuff. But it was most definitely more of a blessing than anything. So now I know the steps of taking of the whole draft process, the whole All-Star game process, the agent process, and stuff like that.
Hey, I'm assuming just by being in college, you know what I'm saying, you're probably around what, 20, 23, 22,
23, sir.
23. You know what I'm saying? 2 more years I to put you at 25. Does that does getting older does that like bother you? You know what I'm saying? What you trying to pursue the draft? Or
Bother
does that matter?
me,
Does it do
bother
does it
me.
does it do you think it affects your draft stock if you would, you know what I'm saying, being 2 years older and put your name in the draft when they're looking at somebody who's 21, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just what is your mind going to hear that?
It it entered and exit my mind. Most definitely it has. But at the same time, it's like there's 24, 25, 26 year olds in the league right now. So it's like, now don't get me wrong, I would probably be a rookie at that age versus a 3-year vet.
Right.
But I didn't expect to be in college this long. So like everything works out the way it's supposed to work out, and I
100%.
don't doubt that at all. So yeah, it most definitely entered my mind a lot, but I never was very doubtful about it because I know how I play. I know what I'm good at, and I also even better know what I could work on too, and what I'm not as good at. So, and then we have the internet. I literally watch film on other players at bigger schools or even in my conference. All right, cool. He does it like this. All right, let me put this in my toolkit, or or let me watch my favorite athlete. Like one person I watch right now, Darnay Holmes. Last time I checked, he played for the Vegas Raiders. He had one of the best footworks I've ever seen. I've been watching him since 2016 when he was in high school, and I was a freshman in high school. I've been watching him for that long. I watch him for footwork. I watch Tyrann Mathieu for how he communicates on the field. I watch some of these guys that I saw in high school, but like like two linebackers I watched, Tavante Beckett and Reuben Foster to this day. I saw their physicality. Like I always take bits and pieces from everybody's game and I put it in mine. Like, yeah, okay, age is my age is gonna be my age. It's either you gonna accept it or not. And I know there's gonna be a plan for me either way. So that's why I'm not worried about it, to be honest.
No, I agree. I want, you know what I'm saying, asking that to deter you. I just want to get your, you know what I'm saying, your perspective from
Yes, sir.
myself and the viewers. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I said, I watched your film, and like I said, dynamic, the way, you know what I'm saying, backpedal, everything's tight, the way you break on the ball, you know what I'm saying, it looks elite to me. I'm not no NFL scout. I'm, you know what I'm saying, aspiring, you know what I'm saying, major journalist, but, you know what I'm saying, I like what I saw, brother. So, uh,
thank you.
for sure, brother. Always, man. Talk about your accolades. You know what I'm saying? What have you at the D2 level, man? What are your accolades like, brother?
The only thing I have under my name is Special Teams Player of the Week. I hope to get more accolades this coming season, and not even hope. I'm going to get more accolades this
Yes,
coming
sir.
season because, to be honest, I felt like my first season, since they didn't know my name the first season, I think personally for me, I think I should have won Defensive Player of the Year. But they gave it to another guy that they knew. Okay, cool. That means I just need to work harder. This past season, I ended the season on an injury, and I missed my last 3 games. But we had a losing record. A lot of people don't look at losing teams
Hmm.
for a lot of things. So not seeing myself or any defensive player on the first team or second team or all Piedmont, that put a fire in my stomach. And to be honest, I'm still pissed off about it right now because it's like, man, like there's sometimes I changed the game, but at the same time, we lost. We went 3-8. So I also asked myself as a captain, like, what can I have done better? Because sometimes I'll leave the game exhausted. I'll leave the game cramping up and exhausted because I literally gave it all I had. But apparently that wasn't enough. So now I got to transform my body even more into making sure my team is winning. We're put in the best spot possible for myself as a player. And maybe I need to coach up some of the other players or whatever. But I also have to look at myself first before I look at anybody else. I have to make sure I'm doing all my jobs. I check off all my everything on my list before I could just say anything or tell anybody else what to do. Because if I'm doing something wrong, why should I tell somebody else? So yeah, that burns in my stomach, in my head every day at the fact that I played 2 seasons there and I still don't I only have one accolade and it's for special teams. Like I play special teams, but I ain't no punt returner. I did it was a muff kick, so the holder threw it. I picked it off and I took it down. I took it to a pick six for 89 yards.
Yeah, yeah.
I got special teams player of the week. All right, cool. But I'm telling you, it's nothing like 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after the season's end, and you don't see your name on that list. And you can ask my roommates at the time. I got so mad. Like, I'm sitting there cussing. Like, my roommate came in my room like, man, you good? I was like, man, my name ain't up here. Like, I did everything I was supposed to. My name ain't up here. My name ain't up here. And he just told me, he said, you did end the season with an injury though. So that might be a reason. And I just got so mad. And like I said, at the time, my mindset was, man, this is my last season. Like, I'm a big believer of leaving a place better than you found it. To me, I didn't do nothing. Like, I didn't show nothing or whatever. So like ooh man, it eats me up, man. I'm not gonna lie, it still
You
eats
know,
me up. So it's like now, like since I have this next year coming up, like first thing I want to do, first play of the game, like like whoever is in my vision, like get out my way. I'm coming for everything, cause that chip just like got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Like I want an accolade to my name, and it's like yeah, it's just a reward, quote unquote, but it's like that actually means something to me because I love the sport so much.
what's the media coverage like? I mean, do people come out, and if not, because I looked on your page, I was trying to find a highlight. Obviously, you got Huddle, but what I'm saying, could you get a hold of your film? You know what I'm saying, send me something or send other media people around the area that can, create more buzz around your name.
Like it would have to be like through Huddle, or maybe if I had to make my highlights, because like once upon a time I was a D1 athlete at UNC Charlotte. Now
Mm,
that it was
thought
it
that,
was all easy. Everybody we had 10 cameras at practice and then 20 cameras and 30 cameras at the games. So it was like they'll ask you, "Hey, can I make your highlights?" and just give it to you, and then boom, everybody has your highlights. Here, it's more of we have to do it ourselves since we're a smaller program.
yeah.
So yeah, I would have to do it myself, or whichever the case may be. Maybe we have somebody for photography this coming season. Who knows? But yeah, it is harder for that. I will say for my school, but like that, I took it as a personal challenge. As maybe that means I need to wake up the city. Maybe that means I need to wake up whoever is close to the city. Maybe my name need to get bigger. All right, cool. For my name to get bigger, how do I need to do that? I need to make more plays. Like how do I make more plays? Stay on the field, be that dog that you're supposed to be, and so on and so forth.
So you live in the Charlotte area, right? So you got to know
I
Zay.
say
You got
again.
you got to know Zay Flicks, right? ZayF.
Zay
Zay
Flick.
Flicks. It's a big creator, content creator. He does some work with the Charlotte Hornets. Does work at John C. Smith. So you know what I'm saying, and I'm
Yeah, I
sure
think I think I know who you're talking about, sir. Yes, sir.
you got to he definitely hit him in the DMs. Definitely tell him your story. There's got to be, and there's other content curators around, so definitely hit them up. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, come. This is what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm overlooked. Just inspire them, just like you inspire me. If I was in Charlotte, I'd definitely come show you love, and they gonna come out there, and man. That's gonna create some buzz, man. Because like I said, I watched the film. I definitely saw the pick six. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no average Joe doing something like that, brother. So you know what I'm saying? Like I said, everything happens for a reason. Like you said, everything happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You got 2 more years, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just getting more cameras there, you know what I'm saying? Maybe sliding up, you know what I'm saying? Get some exclusive content, or I'll throw you $20 something, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to get exposure. That's going to be big.
Yeah,
You're going
because
to be all right, though, brother.
that's the main thing about that exposure. Because I know, like, nothing in my mind will ever doubt me if I can't play. I know I can play, and I know I can play with anybody, and I proved it to myself. Like going from my JUCO, I went to Charlotte. I literally got an offer off of camp. Coming out of JUCO, I earned my AA degree in social science. I remember telling my daddy. I told my daddy, and I was like, "Hey, pop, I'm not even gonna lie. My time is done at CSM. Like it's time to go put some money on my name. I'm going to camps." My dad took me to the University of Houston. Like we went to Georgia Tech for a camp. I'm wowing these coaches. Every single coach at every school I went to. What's your name? Why we never heard of you? Like, or whatever. I went to a Mercer camp. Mercer is literally right up the street from me. It was a mega camp.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte was there, Clark Atlanta, like every school in the book was there. Central Michigan, every school in the book was there. I remember like I came in with the mindset like ain't nobody stopping me at this camp. I don't care who it is. And then like I know this is bad, but I'm gonna tell it anyways because this is how hungry I was. I snuck. We went to like 5 or 6 camps. I snuck into 2 of them. They told me I couldn't go into camp or whatever. So I turned around, act like I was walking away. I'll see like a side door open. I'll walk in. You're not I know like I wasn't supposed to do that, but that's how hungry I am. Like that's how I know I could bet on myself. Like even if I had to throw extra money, like please just let me in. Nah, son, we can't let you in. All right, cool. Next thing you know, I'm talking to after the camp, I'm talking to 4 coaches or whatever at the time. Like I know you told me no, but you really gotta get rid of me. I'm a pest. Like I'm a pest like that. Like when it comes to situations like that and on the field, I'm a pest. I'm gonna be all over you. Like I'm the one that's gonna cover your favorite receiver, your favorite tight end, or whatever. And I love guarding tight ends. Tight ends, they think they big and they physical. Nah, bro, I'm more physical than you, and you can't stop me from it ever. Like, go ahead, look up my name, look up my stacks, and if you think if and I already know I don't have the accolades, so that means I need to go harder and harder and harder every time. And then I have that like I said, I have that little crazy in me when it comes to football. I'm not gonna lie, on the football field, if you're a receiver, tight end, and you 6 foot and up, I don't like you. Like you think you big time, you bigger than me. All right, bet I'm gonna show you who's bigger. I'm gonna show you who's stronger. I'm gonna show you who's faster. Every time I have that Mike Tyson mindset. It's war when it's out there. Like I refuse to lose. Like if I lose, you did a good job. But I'm telling you, I'm not losing. I'll tell you that from the first play all the way to the last play, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows coming in. Oh, that's juice. Yeah, like and I don't even care if you know it. I'm still gonna show you why. Like every time, every time, every time, every time. So yeah, like becoming a pest was the best thing I ever did too. Like in the field, on the field and stuff like that.
You brought up Mike Tyson. You know, Mike studies people like Alexander the Great, Achilles. You know what I'm saying? Is there anybody that you studied or heard about that kind of, you know what I'm saying, you kind of take from to have that dog mentality?
Mike Tyson. Like I every game we'll come back in and we're all like separate. I'll sit in the hallway. I'll sit Indian style in the hallway, put on my headphones, and I'll listen to Mike Tyson talk about war, talk about who he studied, how much he trained. Mike Tyson, like everybody might think Mike Tyson, oh he's this crazy dude. He did X, Y, and Z. Like Mike Tyson taught me so much in a lot of things I did within my sport. And I was introduced to Mike Tyson from my coach at the time, Coach Paris Baxter, and we clicked on that. And ever since then, like every time before the game, like we'll have 10 minutes before the game, I'm listening to Mike Tyson. Like I don't really care for the music. I want to hear what Mike Tyson got to say. Like I want to see how he pierces gloves through to his knuckles. I want to hear him talk about how he's looking at the his opponent, and right when they look down, he know he got him. Like I'm that's the type of character I am. That's the type of person I am, and that's the type of football player I am. Like if I come shake your hand when we do this coin toss, I'm gonna squeeze your hand harder than you expect. Like I want you to intimidate me. I want you to fear me. And then if you don't fear me by the time that coin flips, we got a problem. Because I'm going to give you a reason either there or do you want to take the reason when we get on the field? And I have no problem displaying that reason either way. So Mike Tyson is most definitely that guy I have to listen to before every game.
No music.
No music. Mike Tyson.
Hey, Mike,
That's my music. That's my meditation. Everything.
I like that. I like that. Do you meditate at all? Like, I was like, you know what I'm saying? What do you do to, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, you went through like, I guess maybe some self-doubt early on. So how do you do you do any meditation now? Or do you, know what I'm saying, what journal?
I write it on my mirror. Here, I actually
Big.
have it right here. This was in my dorm before I left, but like these are some. I don't know if you can see it from right here. My fault. I was watching that,
You good?
but like the top one of them said on the top of it, I put so one of my trainers asked me, one of my trainers has asked me like she said, Juice, after college, what do you want to do? I said, oh, I want to go pro. I want to pursue my dreams.
Right.
She told me with like a couple people in that room too, and they laughed at me. She said, Juice, be realistic. Nobody out of Catawba makes it pro. So pick another dream. So I said, all right, bet. So ever since then, I walked out that office. Then my like all the way back into high school. At my high school, I remember my coach. He brought me and another kid in. So it's after the season. We're going to weight training. He called me and the other kid in there. We go in his office. He said, hey, y'all gotta go to the gym. And I'm like, are we in trouble or something? He was like, nah. He said, I still laugh about it to this day, and it always stuck with me. He told me, he said, since we can't use you no more, you can't use our shit. He said it just like that and kicked us out the weight room. So I was so fed up with it. So I decided to leave. I was going to leave. And then he said, no, I want to talk to you longer. He said, and I told him, I was like, but I know I want to play college ball and I want to stay in shape. So I could do that because I know some camps are coming up and it's not over.
Right.
He said, I'm not going to lie to you, Jarvis. He said, I can't even see you playing college football. I don't think you're going to make it. You're too small. You're too slow. So I was like, all right. I left, never spoke to him ever again. Freshman year in college, I scored a touchdown off the guy muffed the kick. I picked it up, scoop and score. Next thing you know, everybody is in my city starting to learn my name now. Like I was very quiet and reserved because I moved so many times, so I was very quiet and reserved. More people starting to learn my name. Then some of my old high school teammates told me that my coach said he put me in school. Mind you, he tried to give the offers I did have, he tried to give them away to other people. So it kind of like rubbed me the wrong way that the fact that like, man, you're telling people that you put me in school. I can tell you exactly who put me in school. My dad helped me along the way. No matter how ugly it got, my daddy was right there. Then it was my 707 coach. If it wasn't for my 707 coach, I wouldn't have gotten to college in San Mateo. So, and like those were the two people that helped me out. So like my high school coach, he put that drive in me. Me always hearing when I was younger, I was too small. That put that drive in me. That comment from my trainer, that put that drive in me. And like anything else that was so doubtful. Cause apparently I'm not supposed to be here. But I literally played JUCO ball, I played D1 ball, and now I'm playing D2 ball. So I think I'm doing a pretty damn good job in believing in myself and not letting people tear me down. Because I had plenty of times I could have tear down, I could have quit. But because of my corner and my mindset, I didn't do it. So I would really have to pat myself on the back and most definitely pat my corner and my parents on the back too for not letting me quit.
Absolutely, brother. It takes all that in this life to have your name called what I'm saying, on a selection, not selection Sunday, at the draft. I'm saying, what would that mean? What would that mean to you?
Man.
You lit up, and I mean,
Yeah, like, man, that would be the greatest thing ever. Like, I don't even know my reaction would be, to be honest. Probably just hug my parents. But it would mean so much to me because it's like I know I would probably have right when they call my name, I know I would have flashbacks on like, man, I used to work my butt off for this. Like, and they finally called my name. But at the same time, I would know I'm not done. They call my name. I gotta make sure I get on the roster. I gotta make sure I get my first tackle. I gotta make sure I have to stay healthy so I can get more tackles and more picks and make more stats, even the Super Bowl. So but I would be the jolliest kid again. I'll be the jolliest 6-year-old again. But I would know at the end of the day, I'm not done. I'm nowhere near done. I would have to keep on going.
100%. I want to flash you back one more time because I saw it in my notes or online. I did my research that you did 2 years at UNC Charlotte, if I'm not mistaken. So you redshirted your sophomore year. So what ultimately did you learn from that experience, and why didn't it work out? If you don't mind sharing at UNC Charlotte.
I learned a lot at UNC Charlotte. One thing I did learn that I will tell players: every program is not meant for you. It could be meant for somebody else, but it's not going to be meant for you. Um, I found that was probably my first time ever finding out the business side of football. So that's why I carry myself differently than a lot of players now. Especially like everybody knows about the NIL stuff and
Right.
things like that. But the business side of football could either be pretty or ugly. You like and I wish I could say I wish I had an opportunity to try to pick the side I really wanted to be on, but sometimes some coaches they already have their eyes on this person, that person. So UNC Charlotte was most definitely a lesson learned from from everything I've been through over there football wise, because it got to a point where I used to be nervous to walk into the football facility. I was I was getting treated so bad by not by players but by coaches. They would tell me every day, like my offense coordinator, he got mad I picked off our starting quarterback. Offense coordinator told me, he was like, that was the worst man coverage I ever seen in my life. And he was like, you'll never go pro. You're not good enough. My head coach told the compliance people we made a mistake with Juice Martin. We did not mean to recruit him. I never heard of that before, but all right, cool. Like I said, my chip always gets bigger and bigger when I hear all these things. So that was a lesson well learned. Like I could keep on going and going, but I don't want to bash nobody. But but the good part is that I learned it at the age I learned it at, and now I could carry it on in my football career and make sure I have everything else checked off to make sure I can have the most successful career I have.
100%. Just a few more things, brother. What I'm saying, now learning a little bit about your story, man. And you may have already said this, but I'm saying, what's your day-to-day schedule, man? What I'm saying, if I'm, what I'm saying, obviously, we've all faced adversity. I know when I was facing adversity in college, and I want to turn around my GPA. I was like, all right, man, we dedicating at least 2, 3, probably 3.5 hours a day. What I'm saying, to hitting the book. So what's your routine like? I'm saying, what time you get up in the morning? What time you hit the gym? What I'm saying, it's the off season, right? And how much time do you spend on the field and in the film room?
Okay, so we would usually wake up. I'll wake up at 5 o'clock, maybe 4:30, depending on how I felt, and we'll have 6 a.m. Runs or lifts. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays are lifts. Tuesdays and Thursdays are runs. But after that, it'll be 2 hours. And my class would be. It will end at 8, so my class will be at 9 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And And then I would have a 10 o'clock class right after that, and then I was free for the rest of the day until meeting times, and our meeting times would be like at 2. So and then we're learning the plays, and we're learning the plays, the concepts, and the language of football from our coaches, and then like we're not completely in pads yet, but when we do get in pads after those meetings, we'll go get ready for practice, and then we'll get into pads and stuff. Now Tuesdays and Thursdays are more my relaxed days. I will only have one class, and that class will be at 12 o'clock. So Tuesdays and Thursdays will be my recovery days for anything. Recovery is so important. Oh my God. If you don't get in the ice bath, I don't care who you are. Everybody needs an ice bath. Everybody needs a bag of ice. Everything. Like, y'all need ice. Like, recover, and stretch. That's the most important thing ever when it comes, because if you're healthy, you can play. If you're not healthy, they gotta look for somebody else to play. So like viewers, y'all let that sit and y'all let that sink if y'all need to.
So what about your own work? Like a day? Well, y'all probably go year round, don't y'all, on that same schedule?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I bet. Well, so what about talk about the film room? Like how many hours of film you watch on a game week?
Ooh. I remember I was ranked the highest a couple times because I just don't want to fail. I remember I had like no, I probably had like 4 or 5 consecutive weeks of 13 hours on a game week. Yeah, I think it was like four. I'm gonna say 4. I think I had like 4 times I hit 13 hours, but I'll usually watch like a good 10 or 11 on average. Like if I watch anything below, that means I'm not ready. Because I want to learn everything they do. I want to know the top plays they run, top formations, and everything. Because our coaches, they already put the film out and they tell us what to look for. I'll go deeper into it and be like, all right, what's the body language of this guy? If his hands are down, is it a run or pass? Or if his hand, or if he takes a back step or whatever with his back foot while his front leg is up, oh, that means he's running this. Like it's a lot of things that go into it. But learn like watching film, yeah, it was a couple times I hit 13, but I averaged 10, 11 hours worth of film.
How long does it take for you to like pick up the tendencies? Like, okay, I see. You know what I'm saying? Just body patterns.
Maybe I would have to say depending on the team, but if it's like their favorite formation, 3 plays.
3 plays.
Most
Okay.
definitely 3 plays, 3 to 4 plays. But if it's a team that like runs, 11 formation, 10 formation, oh, we're going to 12. All right. So I would probably like adjust my huddle and be like, all right, all 10 personnels. All right, let me see it now. Oh, okay, cool. 11 personnels. Let me see it now. And I'll take days to do that. So like one day I'll watch 10 personnels. All right, what's their favorite runs and passes out of 10 personnel? All right, 11 personnel, and then I go so on so forth.
100%, man. So 2 more questions, brother, and I'll let you go, man. What are some big time goals that you got, or just could be small goals? So I just say goals as a happy medium. What goals you got set for yourself this off season and upcoming this summer?
Okay, so for this off season, I most definitely want to get faster and get more flexible. Those are 2 things I want to do. All right, get faster, get more flexible, get more technically sound in my technique and my man coverage skills. Learn, find a way to learn my defense even more. Find a way to learn my personnel more. And when I say my personnel more, I mean player wise, my player personnel. Like I know this linebacker, this is the type of person he is, this type of player he is. So I know if he goes right here, I could go right here. Or if he goes right here, I could go right here. Maybe I need to know my corner a little bit more. Like knowing your player personnel is very important to me. And me making the switch from I always played corner and nickel so much. This year was my real first year of playing safety, and every game I played safety, I got better and better and better at it. So I want to be a better safety. And but I was always known as the Swiss Army knife for the team. I played safety, I played nickel, I played dime, and I played both field and boundary corner. And playing all those positions, now I know, all right, everybody has this, and this. So, oh, and triggering faster. I want to learn how to trigger faster because, like I said, I was taking my baby steps at safety, but at the same time, my baby steps were in games, so my baby steps had to be quicker and quicker every game and every play. So now I could react faster. So I would say those would be my goals. Uh, More flexible, quicker reaction time, and player personnel
And
for this
last, go ahead, my bad. What'd you say, brother? What was the last thing you said?
for this off season.
Okay. And then last thing, so it's gonna be a two-part question. Just enlighten the young men on, and if you was on, saying the mentality it takes to battle adversity. So kind of like the Rocky movie, saying to be knocked down 9, get up 10. Saying even after being kicked on the 10th time, and push back and fight. And secondly, just any advice to anybody, saying, who's going to walk the similar path that you're on now.
So for the first part, I'm not even gonna lie. For the first part, I had it. I had like being told you're too little, you're too small, you're too little, you're too small. That is really something that really fired me up. And just off that, I like I had an attitude. I had an attitude with that. How are you gonna tell me my destiny in life?
Right.
Like like who are you? And I always say this: if you know me, I have always said, if you don't pay my full phone bill, I don't care about what you have to say about me. So, or like who are you? The only person I need to hear what I need to do better at is someone that's there coaching me,
Right.
or my father, because my father is going to be my biggest critic all the time. So yeah, like how is a stranger going to come tell me what I can't do? And sometimes you got to be ignorant with that. Man, you can't do this. All right, cool. Write that down. Right, I always write down everything I can't do, and I go do it. And I always shock them every time, and I know it every time. Like, you can't tell me I can't do this. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to go down. Like, I'm a fighter. I'm going to keep on swinging until I hit the ground, and I'm going to get back up and keep on swinging until I can't swing no more. And I'm still going to swing. So, in the second part, free game, I know y'all heard this so much, but I'm going to say it anyways. If y'all don't have y'all grades, bro, it's raps. Like, they look at the grades part, like like, oh, don't stress about your size in high school. Oh, that's one. Don't stress. Like, your size is your size, and what you're good at is what you're good at. Like, now it is good that you see other players are specifically what they're like, see what they're good at, and you can put it in your game. But that college is bringing you in for a certain reason. Like, be that reason, but also take criticism. If this coach is saying that you're not that good at this, yes, sir. Go over there, go work on it, or go find somebody that's good at it and go work on it. Like, don't ever be too good to do something. Because if you're too good to do something, that means you're uncoachable. So yeah, like when a coach is trying to critique you, that means he likes you. Because if he don't talk to you, that's when you should worry about, man, am I going to play? Or I'll even say, you need to go ahead into that portal there if your coach don't talk to you. Because if he don't talk to me, that means he don't care about you at all. And that's an ugly sight. I've seen that sight before from other players. So yeah, like, just just do everything in your power to keep on working and being the best man and football player that you could be. and like don't let off the field issues like come about. Like for example, your grades, because the better grades you have, the less coaches have to say about you negatively. All they can say is, oh yeah, his grades are good, so we can rock with him. Let's train him. Let's get him right for one more year, maybe if you're not playing as much or whatever, or they're gonna take it as, oh, he's doing everything he's supposed to do off the field. Let's give him a shot. Man, it's all right, cool. Let's give him another shot, and then that's how you build up right there. Because there's a lot of players, they could play, they could be in the league, blah blah, but they're not handling stuff off the field, and eventually they're gonna have to be like, all right, next man up. So you never know when your chance is gonna come. So just always be ready for that, and don't be no issue or no problems with nobody or nothing, and not even yourself.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a legendary interview with Mr. Jarvis Juice Wells. Mr. I Will Not Be Denied. Definitely keep up with his journey. You can follow him on X, Twitter at Jarvis, Jarbis Martin, just like Martin. You know what I'm saying? The show '04. You know what I'm saying? Also going to plug anything else you want to plug, brother.
Man, thank you. Just thank you for having me on here. Like, I
Nah,
really feel appreciated, and I really glad like you took the time out to do this for me.
100%. You know what I'm saying? Definitely tell them your IG, you know what I'm saying? If you're on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? Let them know where they can follow you at, man.
On TikTok is my exact Instagram name. Is juice underscore Martin, and on Instagram juice underscore Martin. So yeah, like please follow me. I follow back too. So yeah, I ain't no Hollywood dude, bro. So yeah, if y'all have any questions, please DM me, and I'll make sure to hit you back.
Definitely, man, my brother. I appreciate your time. I'm gonna send you a list of content creators I know, man, and you know what I'm saying you can go from there. And you know what I'm saying any big high schools definitely get on their top kids page to see what they got going. That's my advice to you, brother, and just keep going. Like you said, don't worry about what other people say. You know what I'm saying? It's not the skill of the man, it's the will of the man. You know what I'm saying? Denzel Washington, he got game quote right there, man. So thank you, brother, for coming on. We'll definitely be in touch, and thanks again.
Man, no problem. Thank y'all again. Thank you.
100%, man. Thank y'all for watching, man. And as always, it's just as the news, baby. Peace.
Peace.